And welcome in, everybody. Judge Metal TV. We've got continuing coverage of our KBO season with the Hanwha Eagles. Not a lot of good news here lately. I paused to collect my thoughts. I would say that since we last saw you in the last episode, we have not moved the season. Normally we would advance in time a little bit and make some progress, but I just kind of thought that this was a critical moment of this season, so I thought we would hang out and wait for the next live stream. If you're catching this in the future, it's also on YouTube. We also live stream on Twitch certain segments of the season. We'll call them highlights, whatever important points in the season, and we will broadcast those live, and I think this is one of those. It's August 1st. And we just passed the trade deadline. So let's take a skip back here. Oh, let me bring everything up on the screen. There we are. Bring you all in. Now you can see what I see. And there we go. All right. So we end the month of August, or month of July. July is the trade deadline here. We expanded rosters on the 29th. We have lost 9 in a row. This team was sitting in the 4th spot in the playoff hunt, which was exactly where we would hope to be because of the way the playoffs are set up. So 4 would play 5 in the first round. If you're 4th, you beat the 5th place team one time, you're passed to the next round. If the 5th place team is playing the 4th place team, they have to win twice. So you start with a win in your pocket if you're in 4th. So that's where we wanted to be. That's where we were. But this 9-game losing streak has just dropped us. KT, Samsung, and even the Landers have passed us in the standings. So this is where we sit now. This is 52 and 54. Like I said, it's exactly where we ended the last stream. So this is where we're going to pick it up today. Now, why today? Well, today is the return of Hyun-jin, our ace left-hander, 37-year-old ace of the pitching staff. One of the stars of the KBO is back from his injury. This will be his first start. We're hoping that this is putting a lot of weight into a start for a guy who's just coming off the injured list. I realize that, but we need it. This is what we need. We need a momentum shift. And maybe Rue can provide that for us. He's a veteran. He's played in the majors at a high level in the majors for Toronto and for Los Angeles Dodgers. So he's a guy that, we lean on. He's number 2 in the rotation just because of coming out of the injury and making adjustments to the rotation to get him in the first chance we could. So he's back. We're going to play that game out. That'll be the end of the series with KT. KT has taken the first 2 games of that series 6-2 and 1-0. You see we got swept by LG, swept by Samsung. Our last win was on July 19th, a 3-2 win over Kia. They took 2 out of 3 in that series. So on the 19th, things were looking really good. Like I said, 4th place, looking to try to move up. We did add at the deadline. We added a pitcher. And he is right here. Won-jung Kim came over to us from, where did we get him from? Can't remember who we got him from the Latte Giants for Minjun Lee, a young second baseman who we'll bring him up. Looks like he has some potential. He does not look like a great batter. If you're used to playing this in Major League Baseball, you wouldn't be too excited about this player. But he's 20 years old. Looks like he'll be a solid second baseman, and that bat won't be too bad. So he's considered the number 16 prospect. We have that position squared away, at least in the future. So that's one reason why I could deal him. I thought the depth in the bullpen might let us make a little bit of a run in the playoffs. We know we're not as good as the Dinos, the Tigers, or the Twins, but I don't think we would beat them with the bullpen constructed as it was. So we added basically a second closer. We're going to stay with Joe mostly for closing. Kim will be setting up and closing when he's not available. Kim, 4.24 ERA, so not a great season. One of the reasons probably that he was available as well. He's 31. That's a team that's rebuilding. So that's how we got where we are right now. So, no, still out, our third baseman. I've been doing some research and digging in to look at the actual Hanwha Eagles. And his name here is spelled N-O-H. On their page, it's R-O-H. So if I'm saying this, if I got this guy's name wrong this whole time we've been doing it, apologize for that, but that's what it says. So I'm going to stick with this for now because that's what's there. But on their page, they do have his name as R-O-H. So yeah, so there are some roster differences, mostly on the foreign players, but not a big deal. Like I said all along, I've picked Hanwha, just blindly picked them. They just were the team I went to. I said, all right, let's play with these guys and see what they got. And it's been cool because they're kind of a middle of the pack team. So it's someone that you need to work on a little bit to improve them. But they do have something to work with. So it's not a complete rebuild necessarily. But, they're honestly, there you go. With the direction. You can decide going into next year, is this team close or do we need to just retool? So it might be fun for a second season. Plus, with their stadium situation being the oldest in the KBO, they are building a stadium. They are replacing their stadium. So we've decided that at the end of this season, the next step we might do is build a stadium. We'll build our own. We have the editor in Out of the Park. I've never really played around with it. So I thought, wow, wouldn't that be fun that we could create our own stadium and then continue this into next season and see how we build, how we move forward. One of the reasons that I felt second base was a position that we kind of had settled, because if you're following this series, you're probably saying, well, Jung is probably your best second baseman. The guy's only hitting .232, so what do you mean? Excellent defensive second baseman. We've said that all along. The bat has gotten better as the season's gone, but it's not great. But he's 24, so it doesn't look like there's much room for development here. But what I'm thinking about is, if it's possible, when we go to the draft, it looks like we're going to take an outfielder. We've got Moon here, who is one of the bright spots on our team, an up-and-coming player, just 20 years old, hitting .291, .356 on base percentage, has a little bit of power, so he will hit a home run every now and then, but really this guy is getting on base, setting the table, and man, we could park him at second base, and we wouldn't have to worry about second base for maybe the next 10 years. He's also got great leadership qualities, so I'm thinking rather than putting him in a position where he's not as comfortable or less familiar, let's maybe next year we just slide this guy into second, and then we'll figure out. And that's going to be contingent on what we do in the outfield too. But I think for this guy, for Moon's long-term success, that's probably the best thing. I think if you have a second baseman that can do what he does, you're in pretty good shape, and we'll figure the outfield out. So, all right, there we go. That's the setup for today. So if you're reading the lead into this, I think that this is a huge game for this team. Is it over, or are they back in it if they win this game or the next two games? No, but if this goes to 10, 11 games in a row, losing, you're watching these other teams. They're getting ready to lap you, as you would say if we were playing Formula One Manager, which we do a lot of on this channel, cross promotion. So yeah, that's where we sit. So let's get into this ball game. The really unfortunate thing was that the team did a really nice job of staying in the race up until this last week or so. And maybe it's just losing No was just too much. We were a team that was not a great offensive team, but playing well. You look there, you see Che and An are both on cold streaks. There's not really a ton we can do with this lineup beyond what we've done. Why is Moon on the bench? That's a problem. We often talk about this on the streams and in the videos that I don't like to do a lot of simulations, and this is one of the reasons why. Because now I'm looking at this lineup and I'm like, I don't think this is the lineup that I set up, unless Moon was hurt for a while. But yeah, Moon needs to be in the ball game. Like, why is Moon not in the ball game? It's against a lefty, but oh, you know what? I think that he was probably hurt. So maybe that's why this lineup is like this. We're going to switch this, though. And I guess we can just leave him down there in the lineup. We'll let An hit higher against the lefty. Maybe that'll help get him going. All right. Here we go. Keep talking about it. Let's do it. Let's play this ball game. All right, we're going up against Hyun Lipschutz, one of my favorite players in the KBO. 6-7, 3.87 is the ERA. Solid season for him. KT, a team that we talked about before. We didn't expect that these guys were going to be very good this season, but they have bounced back from a really bad start. And they have blown right past us in the standings. So Ha, the shortstop, will be leading off once the camera's done panning around. First pitch of the ball game, hit on the ground, first base. Ha's thrown out. That's one down, or taken care of by himself. Excuse me. As Pat Summerall used to say, beg your pardon. All right, on to the plate. On hitting 245, just 4 home runs. Disappointing season for On. We were hoping for a little more out of him. He's playing first base today. The fly ball to center. That's going to hang up and be caught. So Lipschutz working very efficiently now through 2 batters. And he'll get Che, the designated hitter. Another guy, disappointing season, hitting just 209 with just 5 home runs. Certainly hoped for a better season out of him. 1-2 pitch. Can't check the swing. He's out. Hanwha's down in the top of the first. I just looked over there and I noticed on top of the dugout there's an OOTP 23 logo. What that's all about. So I'm certainly paying 25. Playing 25. All right, Rue back on the mound. As we said, our ace is back out there. 6-5, 3.39 is the ERA. He's been solid. Actually, off to a slow start, has rebounded through the rest of the season, and has been what we hoped he would be. Back from the injury today. He's been out for about a month, a little more than a month. And the 1-1 pitch is popped up, grabbed by the second baseman, Cho. And that's 1 down here in the first. Kang now the left fielder, 289, 7 home runs as he steps in. 110 hits on the season. Line drive back up the middle. That's a base hit, a 1-out single. Got a 3-1 cutter, went right with it. And Byung-ho Park, now the first baseman, 286, 14 home runs for him. And here's the 0-1. Ground ball hit the second, Cho up with it. He'll flip the second for the lead runner. We've got 2 outs. And Jeff Brown, 282, 17 home runs, 73 RBIs. And the 2-1 from Rue. Line drive to center field. On comes Moon. He's got it to end the inning. So no runs for either team in the first. We go to the second, no score. All right, here we go. Melendez, Kim, and Lee. 4, 5, and 6 here in the second inning. Melendez 320 with 16 home runs. So outstanding season so far for him. The switch hitter hits a ground ball past the second baseman. There's a leadoff single. Kim to the plate now. Kim steps in at 271. 5 home runs. 352 on the on-base percentage, though. Maybe I should be hitting him second instead of on, huh? All right, Melendez on first. Nobody out. Here's your 0-2. A fly ball in the center. Will be hung up and caught. There's one down. I'd have to look at that, though. Normally, Moon is second against right-handers. Actually, I think I've been hitting him against lefties, too. But maybe Kim's on base percentage, maybe that warrants him going up. Oh, got a hit batter. So with one out, he hits Lee. That puts 2 men on. So Melendez the second, Lee on first. And here's our center fielder, Moon. Stepping in the 0-1 pitch. That's swung on, dropping into left field for a base hit. Everybody will move up 1. So that'll load the bases. Got a curveball. Took it to left. Now Cho steps in, 223, just 3 home runs. Got 139 at bats now. Somebody who was not originally a starter, but has gotten more playing time. Just trying to get a little more offense out of the second base spot by having a right-hander in there to face the lefties. He takes a look at a 1-2 pitch and he'll sit down, so there's 2 down. So Lipschutz can now see his way out of this. And it'll be Che, the catcher. 233, 26 RBIs. He has not homered this season. 1-1 pitch, ground ball short. He'll flip the second and the inning. We're going to the bottom of the second with no score. Hanwha loads the bases but can't get anything out of it. Now Jang, the catcher. This guy's got to be one of the better catchers in this league. 268, 7 home runs, but look at those contact and power numbers. So here's your 2-1 from Rue. Lined into right field on the run. He's not going to get there. Turned back in, throw not in time to second base. Kim ran that down well. Got that back in quickly. But that's a leadoff double. Now Huang, the third baseman, 311. 7 home runs. You look at the on-base percentage for these KT players. They are pretty good. 389. This guy's batting 6th. It's a bunt down the line, played. It looked like foul territory, but we won't worry about that. He'll get the first out. Runner does advance. Little small ball. Makes us old people feel good. Now Rue will face Bay. There's a hard ground ball. Shortstop picked up by Ha. Looks the runner back and throws to first. There's out number 2. He threw him a cutter. Got what he wanted, that ground ball. You notice Melendez playing third base. Not normally his position. That's why I got a little confused when Kim was running down that ball in the gap. Because I was trying to remember who I have where. I got Melendez at third with no out. And Kim has taken Melendez's spot at right field. So here is the first pitch, 2 outs. Ground ball, hot backhands. He's going to make the long throw, and he's got him. Nice play at shortstop to end the inning. So a little bit of trouble for Rue, but he gets out of it. They'll leave a runner on to the third with no score. It'll be the top of the lineup, Ha, Han, and Shea. Here's your 3-2 pitch to Ha. Good at bat to work the count, but he hits a ground ball right at the second baseman. The leadoff runner is out. Han steps in. He's 0 for 1. There's a line drive. That's going to get into the gap, and that's going to get past the right fielder to the wall. Han will take the turn. He'll take second base easily. So there's a 1-out double. Hanwha with a little something cooking here. The middle of the lineup, Che and Melendez on deck. And let's see what Che can do here. He's 0 for 1 so far today. Ground ball. That'll be picked up at third. He'll hold the runner, throw him out. So a long season continues. Now Melendez. Melendez is 1 for 1. It puts his average at 322. See if he can come through here. 2-2, 2 outs. Swings and misses. Gets him with a slider, so they'll leave a runner at second base. No runs in. We're going to the bottom of the third. All right, so Chun, Kim, and Kang now will be 9, 1, and 2. So we'll flip the lineup here. Second baseman leads things off against Rue. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball back to the mound. Rue up with it. Goes to first. He's got him. That's first out. Now Kim will step in. The right fielder is 0 for 1 today. 1-0 pitch. Lifted in the center. Moon giving chase. Makes that catch pretty easily. It's 2 down here in the bottom of the third. And now Kang, the left fielder, he's 1 for 1. Kang, another one of these guys, 395 on base percentage. Just through this KT lineup. These guys are just on base all day. Rain beginning to fall. That's not what we wanted. With Rue coming back, this is his first start post-injury. Get a rain delay. I don't know if it's a thing, but it always feels like it to me. That when I wish I knew how long that delay was, because, injuries, I feel like the injuries increase. So I didn't want to do that. All right. So 2 outs here in the third. Let's keep your fingers crossed for Rue. Swing and a miss struck him out. Ends the inning. And he'll go sit down. So here we go to top of the fourth. Let's see, we got Kim, Lee, and Moon. 5, 6, and 7. Through 3, Lipschutz has given up 3 hits. He's got 3 strikeouts. So he's looked solid. He's gotten in and out of some trouble. He's managed to put up zeros. That ball misses outside. 3-2 pitch misses. So a leadoff walk to Kim. Bring Lee to the plate. Lee 248, 4 home runs. And here's your 1-1 pitch. There's a line drive. Third baseman goes up and grabs it. So there's your first out in the inning. That's a nice play at third base. That'll be up to Moon. Lefty on lefty. Moon is 1 for 1 today. So 1-2 pitch. Line into left. That'll hang up and be caught most likely, and is. That's your second out. And Joe, the second baseman, now he's 0 for 1. Kim on first, he walked. He's been standing there ever since. It's a fly ball into shallow right, drifting over, making the catch. Pretty routine play for Kim, and that ends the inning. So nothing for Hanwha. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 0-0. Now Ryu will face Park, Brown, and Jang. 3, 4, and 5. Heart of the lineup, KT facing Ryu. Ball's hit pretty hard on the line, but right there's the left fielder, Lee. He makes the catch. It's 1 away. So as we said at the open of this ball game, this is a very important game. Hanwha trying to break this 9-game losing streak. KT had passed them in the standings. So just trying to do some damage control here and get some positive momentum. Get back in the playoff hunt. 3-0 pitch misses. So Brown's going to go to first as a 1-out walk. Now Jang, the catcher, 1 for 1. That puts his average at 271. And here's the 2-2 pitch from Ryu. That ball's hit hard. That's going to drop in front of the right fielder. So KT's got 2 men on now, 1 out. 1-0 pitch from Ryu. Little pop up in the infield. Second baseman should be there. Let the first baseman. Han got it. So the first baseman makes the grab. That's 2 away. A big out. Big out for Ryu right there. Bring up the center fielder is 0 for 1. Bay hitting 266 as he steps in. Even he, look, this guy's hitting 266. He's got a 350 on base percentage. I was lucky to have one guy on my 2027 Phillies who was over 340. All right, here's your 1-0 pitch to Bay. Ground ball on up with a flip to Ryu. Covers nicely. That's the inning. So we're through 4 innings. Neither team is on the board. So 2 veteran left-handers getting it done through 4. And it'll be the bottom of the lineup to start things off. Che and then Ha and An. So we'll go 9-1-2 against Lipschutz here in the 5th. It's a hard ground ball, shortstop all over it though. Throws him out by about 8 steps. Solid contact, but right at him. Nice play by Kim. That'll bring Ha. And the pitch. Oh, another rain delay. Great. Or I just said the rain stopped. Maybe it wasn't a delay. I don't know. But maybe we'll build a dome next year. All right, onto the plate. There's 2 outs. 3-2. Swings and misses. Well, at least he worked the count a little bit. Hanwha just no offense cooking now without No in the lineup. Ryu comes out for the 5th. He will face Kim, Chun, and Kim. So 8, 9, and 1. And here's your 0-2. Swung on a missed strikeout for you. Ryu, he starts the inning off strong. He looks, knock on wood, looks pretty good so far in the start. That's his pitch count. We do want to be careful. He's 54 pitches, so right now he's in good shape. Second baseman now steps in. Gets that ball on the ground hop, backhands, throws him out across the infield. There's 2 quick outs. And Kim to the plate now. Here's the first pitch to him. Ground ball on up with it. They flip to Rue. Rue makes the play. So 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. Go to the 6th, still no score. We build this thing that Rue was the guy that had to come in here and reassert himself as the ace, and through 5 he's been very good, but you kind of thought that we might score a run. Maybe 2. Let's go crazy. All right, 3, 4, and 5. Che, Melendez, and Kim. There's the 1-2 to Che. Takes a look at a called strike 3. That's a slider. He'll have a seat. Now Melendez is standing there. He's 1 for 2 today. He had a double. He swings and misses at that pitch. 1-2 slider. He's down on strikes, so Lipschutz doesn't look like he's tiring. And Taeyoung Kim, the right fielder. 2 outs. Here's your 3-2. Swung on and missed. Lipschutz strikes out the side. So he's cruising through 6. Just 3 hits. Rue trying to match. Just not sure how long I want to stay with Rue on his first game back from this injury. A fly ball in the center. Moon on the run. He camps under it. Makes the catch. Well played out there in center field. It's first out of the inning. First baseman Park steps in. He's 0 for 2. It's a line drive in the center. Moon comes in and makes that catch. Good job. That one a little more shallow than the previous one, but he covers the ground nicely. Made it look easy. 2 quick outs here. We will get to the number 4 hitter, Jeff Brown, who's 0 for 1. And 3-2. Hit into the air into right field, carrying deep. Going back, he's not going to catch that one. Kim was on the run, and he couldn't get to it. He ran into the wall. Jeff Brown just made this a 1-0 ball game. My gnat sounds are kind of low. I'm just trying to figure out if that's just my headphones or what. But anyway, hopefully they're all right. A big hit by Jeff Brown. That'll bring Jang, the catcher, to the plate. He's 2 for 2 today. And here's your 2-1. There's a line drive. That's going to get down into the corner. Played nicely by the left fielder, actually standing in the bullpen there for a moment. Fires it back in, but there's a 2-out double. So the good news is they didn't flip those hits. Jang's 20th double of the season. Now Rue looking to get out of this. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Big strikeout for Rue, so he gets through 6, but KT finally breaks through, gets on the board with the home run by Jeff Brown. Makes it a 1-0 ball game. KT threatening to sweep us, take over our playoff spot, and maybe put the season to bed. So the pitch count for Rue is still pretty good, so I'm thinking I'll bring him back out for the 7th, most likely, but I do want to keep an eye on him with coming back from that injury. So Lee, Moon, and Cho. At 6, 7, and 8 now. Lipschutz strong through 6. There you see scattered 3 hits, just 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. He's been on top of it. So Lee will lead things off. Works a 3-2 count. And it takes strike 3. So 1 down to lead off the top of the 7th. Bring Moon to the plate. Moon is 1 for 2. So it's August 1st in the season, but this is a big ball game. And actually, they've made a pitching change. I didn't even catch it. Just noticed that that pitch was not thrown by a left-hander. Moon grounds out on the 3-2 pitch. See who's in the ball game now. It's Hyun-jin, 3.13 ERA, 5-4 on the season. He's thrown 83 in a third innings. So I don't know if there's a few starts in there or not, but that's a lot of innings. It's a lot of innings for a relief pitcher. So 2 quick outs in the inning. Now we go to Cho, second baseman. Just contemplating putting Jung in now. What's their bullpen look like? Oh, it's looks like they have 1 lefty. I got to try to get something going. So we're going to make a switch at second base. Get a lefty to the plate. It's looking for any spark at this point. 2 outs, down a run. Back up the middle. That squirts through. Good job. Good job, me. We'll see if it gets us anything. Jung gets the 2-out single. He's on first base. For the 9th hitter, Che, so most likely nothing. Let's see if we can't steal here. See if we can't get that bag. All right, we get him in scoring position. Now it's all on Che. Che's got to make some contact for us, get us a hit, tie this game up. There we go. He lifts that one. That'll be caught. Off the bat, I thought maybe we had something there, but nothing going. A little bit of offense. We got somebody on base, got something going against these guys. But we're going to the bottom of the 7th, trailing 1-0. All right, well, take me out to the ball game. Just kind of faded away there. Get a drink. All right, so Rue has been strong through 6. He's at 70 pitches, though, so let's get somebody up and throwing down here. We could probably get Rue through the lefties if he gets in trouble, but we want to have a right-hander ready for the middle of the lineup here. So let's get our new guy. Get our new guy throwing. We'll get Kim throwing. It'll be my first chance to use him. And yeah, here we go. So Rue's going to start the 7th. Got Kim throwing just in case. And it'll be Bae, Kim, and Chun, the second baseman. So 7, 8, and 9. And here comes the pitch from Rue. Ground ball. That's slow. Third baseman Melendez up with it. Makes a nice play. Good job by Melendez, not playing his normal position there. Filling in for No. Right now, Rue will face Kim. Kim is 0 for 2 today. There's a line drive into the right, well, I was going to say right field gap, but it kind of hung up there for Kim and makes the catch. That's 2 down. Now Chun steps in. The second baseman is 0 for 2. His average at 215 as he steps in. And here's your 0-1 pitch. Back to the mound. Rue up with it. He'll fire to first. Good job. So 7 strong innings out of Rue today. He did his part. So we will sit Kim down. Get our lefty up. It's still a 1-0 ball game, so we've got our setup and our closer. We got our good arms ready to go. So let's get Jung ready for those lefties, and then we'll get Kim back up and throw in. It's Park. Park's at 95%. Actually, let's just get Park throwing. We'll make it easy. That way I don't forget to warm them up and then screw the game up by not having a pitcher ready. All right, so it's going to be Ha, An, and Che, 1, 2, and 3. Not a ton of offense out of the top of the lineup, though. We're still in the game. Came in the last inning. The 1-2 pitch, a little pop-up. Back at second base, shortstop camps under it. That was actually a pretty high pop-up. Makes the catch on the 1-2 pitch, so Ha is out. That's unfortunate. It seems like Ha's season's starting to slow down a little bit. Him and Moon were our spark plugs. Get On in here. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball back to the first baseman. Takes it unassisted, so 2 quick outs. Eagles struggling at the plate. Boy, it'd be nice to see Che turn on one, wouldn't it? Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. Hits it hard, back up the middle. We'll take a single. We'll take it. It's movement in the right direction. So Che finally breaks through, gets his first hit of the game. It might be the first hit of the game for the top 3 in my lineup. I'm going to bring Melendez up. Pitching change also for KT. So Min-So Kim, 44 innings of work. He's a 4-2, 5.52 relief pitcher. He's got 32 strikeouts and 20 walks. So this guy will put you on base. With 2 outs, though, Melendez, huge at bat in this one. 1-0. Here's your score. Melendez back up the middle. There's a base hit. That'll move the runner. He's going to take off for third. Here comes your throw. In there standing up. So Melendez will sneak into second behind the throw. So 1-2 pitch to Melendez. He makes solid contact, drives it up the middle. Melendez has been very good. If the 3-player limit is in this game, I have not tested it yet. But I thought one of the fun things about this would be to bring in a guy who could be like a dominant player, maybe, whatever. That would be a cool storyline, whatever. Import a player. But the guys that they have on this team, Melendez, who am I forgetting? And the 2 pitchers, Vera and Castellano, I believe. Castellano. They're all really good. I don't want to let any of them go. And I don't want to, even if the game doesn't allow me to, if the game doesn't have the 3-player limit, I still don't want to, go against that feel. I want this to stay a Korean league. I don't want to just import a bunch of Western players. I mean, I couldn't afford it anyway. There's a limit to that, but I want to stick to the tradition of this being a Korean baseball organization and not just flood it with a bunch of leftovers from AAA. All right, Kim at the plate. This is a huge at-bat now in this ball game. I'm rambling about my roster. We got a season on the line. There's 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Kim's in the game, facing Kim. Here's your pitch. Ground ball hit right at the second baseman. Made good contact. But that won't get a run in because there's 2 outs. So KT is clinging to this 1-0 lead. So Rue's done. We're going to take him out. We will go with Jung for at least the first 2 lefties. But playing matchups with our lefties, and cross your fingers. It's been working. So far, it's been working. So he'll face Kim, he'll face Kang, and then when Park comes up, we'll probably go to Park. I'm not making this stuff up. All right, here we go. 1-0 pitch. Bottom of the 8th. Back up the middle. That's going to sneak through for a base hit. So a leadoff single. We want to keep this thing 1-0. Now Kang steps in. He's 1 for 3 today. Kim on first. We got to watch him, though. He can run. Let's see if he goes anywhere. 1-1 pitch. That's lifted into right field. Well played by the right fielder to keep him in front of him. Hold the runners, but that's a base hit. So there's 2 men on, nobody out. And Jung not working any magic today on the mound. That'll be it for him. We're going to go to Park. So Park steps in. He takes the mound, 2 and 4. In 39 innings of work, he's got a 4.15 ERA. 40 hits, 22 walks. So it's not been a great season for Park, but it's been better as of late. The earned run average has been coming down. Huge appearance right here. Park versus Park. Here's your 2-0. Fires down the third. Runners going. Stolen base. So it's now 3-0 count. So not a great start. Not going to sugarcoat it. All right, here we go. Runners on the corners now. Nobody out. Park is the batter. You got the switch hitting Brown on deck. So 3-0, maybe you do put him on. I'm just going to throw it. 3-1 pitch lifted in the shallow, fairly shallow left. Caught. Throw comes in. That'll hold the runner at third. So a big first out. Now you have Brown. Jang's up next. He's not to be trifled with. So with 1 out, we're going to pitch to Brown and see if we can't get a ground ball. I just don't see loading the bases for Jang. I don't think it increases our chances much. Let's see what Park can do here. Here's the 1-2. Gets him looking. Gets the slider on the outside corner. So there we go. Strikeout right there. Leaves 2 men on now. 2 outs. Gets Jang to the plate. I don't think we... Yeah, it's 2 outs. Let's just go get him. Just thinking about walking him. Ground ball back to the mound. Up with it as Park will fire and gets him. So Park gets out of the jam. Good job by Park, because there's a lot of times this season that that's not how that's ended up. Ended up giving up a hit in earlier appearances. So here we go. It's the top of the 9th. Down by a run. We got Lee, Moon, and Jung. Let's take a quick look at the bench. Not really any great offensive options on the bench. Maybe a lefty-righty matchup type of thing, but yeah, maybe we might hit for Che if we get something going here. Otherwise, here we go. Lee versus Kim. Top of the 9th, 1-0. Hanwha in danger of dropping 10 in a row. There's a line drive. That's going to get down, bounce off the wall into right center field. Lee cruises into second, slides in, but he was there ahead of the throw. So a leadoff double for Lee. Huge hit. Bring Moon to the plate now. See if they pitch to him. Oh, I think that was 3-2. I was going to say maybe that was a pitch around, but 3-2 count, so maybe not. Good at bat, though. Good job to get the walk. Get 2 men on, nobody out. Jung to the plate. Probably not bad percentages by KT either, because I think I'd rather have Moon at the plate than Jung or Che or anybody on my bench. So first and second, nobody out. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. It gets Jung the strikeout. Bring Che to the plate. What do we got here? I got 2 catchers, so I don't have to worry if this thing goes extra. What about Kim? Oh yeah, let's get Kim up there. Kim's going to come out and hit for Che. In-Han Kim steps in. Just 10 for 23. Probably should be playing this guy more. All right, here we go. Here's a chance to earn you some playing time, Kim. Your 0-1 pitch. Hit him. Well, hey, you got on base. We'll count that. So, bases are now loaded. That'll flip to the top of the lineup. And that'll bring Ju-Suk Ha, our shortstop. He's been one of our better offensive players, just struggling as of late. The on-base percentage way down from where it was. Bases loaded numbers, though, 571 with 15 RBIs. That's just 14 at-bats. But we're looking for good omens. So 1 out, bases loaded. 2-2 pitch to Ha. There's a fly ball into left. Runner will come back and tag. It'll be caught, and that should score the run. There it is. That's a tie ball game. So good job. Ha puts it in play, gets the run in. So now I got to get a relief pitcher up because I got so caught up in this. I have not been warming anyone up. So we'll have to get Joe, and we have not used Kim yet either. So if it's a tie, we go to Kim. If we get a lead, we're going to go to Joe. So the game is on your bat. So 2 outs now, 2 men on. And here's your 2-1 to On. Popped him up. Yeah, it might be time to bench somebody. His ratings are there. The results are not. All right, so what did we do? We took out our catcher. I was thinking about keeping Kim in this game, but go with Park, who will catch. And, oh great, so Kim's not ready. How is he not ready? Just go out and talk to Park for a second. Now he's ready. Sit down, Joe. All right, so here we go. It's the bottom of the ninth. It's 1-1. Regular season, I believe, is 12 innings limit on tie ball game. So we're just in the bottom of the ninth. We got to get through this inning first. I believe this is Jung's debut. Yep, Jung's first appearance with Hanwha. It's being picked up at the deadline. And here's your 0-2 pitch. Start things off for Kim. Line drive goes the other way. On makes the grab at first. There's 1 down. Kim will face Bay and Kim. Center fielder and the shortstop due up. Line drive goes the other way. That's going to be a hit. Cut off by the right fielder. He'll fire it back in. So 1 out single. Bay can run. Kim will have to keep an eye on him. Here's your pitch. There he goes. The throw down. Not in time. So the go-ahead run, or winning run, excuse me, is now on second base. Should have threw over. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, third baseman Melendez up with it. Throws across. There's 2 down. Now Kim will have to get the pinch hitter, Sang Chao Moon. Boy, this guy's coming off the bench. Yeah. All right. It's nice to have a bench like that. 282, 4 home runs. This guy can swing the bat. Runner on second. That's the winning run. Ground ball. Melendez will have to charge and hurry a little bit. Nope. Got him by plenty. Melendez makes a nice play. We're going to extra innings. So it'll be Che, Melendez, and Kim, 3, 4, and 5. Doesn't really feel like a 3, 4, and a 5 right now, though. just saying. Who do they have up? They got the top, so 2 lefties. Let's get Kim throwing for the lefties. Jang's cold, and he's got a 6.22 ERA, so we're not going to him. We'll get Han throwing. All right, so Che, Eun-sung Che steps in. The DH. Him and Han both probably in danger of losing some playing time here the way they're hitting. Top of the 10th, nobody out. Che will lead it off. Here's the pitch, hits it. So 1-1 pitch catches him. He'll be a leadoff base runner. I mean, at least they're getting on base. Now Melendez, 2 for 4 today. He's got a chance with somebody on. Here's 2-2 to him. Swung on and missed. Melendez goes down. Chased a pitch out of the strike zone. And that'll bring Kim to the plate. Kim is 0 for 3. Here's your 3-2. Hits that ball fairly hard, but it'll be caught. Didn't quite get to the track. Thought it might get into the gap off the bat, but it didn't. So 2 down now. Runner still camped on first base. Che was hit by a pitch. Lee steps in. 1 for 3. Swung on and missed. This is just painful, man. There's no comeback. Too late, probably. All right, so we're going to get Kim out of there. Decent job in his debut, though. We'll give him that. And we'll go to, we'll pull Kim and we'll go to Kim. The left-hander, Bum-so Kim. He will face Kim and then Han. And then we'll have Han ready for Park. So here we go, lefty on lefty. Ground ball to second base, the 1-2 pitch. Ground to second, he's out fairly easily. You did see the 1.17 ERA for Kim. Now they're going to throw a right-handed batter at us. See, right-handed or is he switch it? Before I make a move. Okay. So that'll be it. There's no minimum like in the majors, so we can make the pitching change right there. And that's what we'll do. We'll have Han in there now. So he'll face Owen Park. Hopefully that's it. Hopefully they're out. So here's your 2-2 from Han. Got him looking. Good fastball. 93 on the outside corner. Han comes into the game 2-3, 52 2/3 innings, 3.42 ERA, 50 strikeouts, just 18 walks. And now he'll face Park. 1-1, 2 out in the bottom of the 10th. There's a 3-1. There's a line drive. That's going to be a hit. So a 2-out single. And now Han will face Jeff Brown. The DH is 1 for 3. He homered. He's responsible for the lone run for KT in this ball game. And there he's got one into left field, but that's going to stay in the yard and be caught. So we're through 10. It's a 1-1 ball game. Moon, Jung, and Park, so 7, 8, and 9. Moon is 1 for 3. Let's see, for the 11th, I need a righty. Boy. The options. Options are getting thin. Trying to stay away from Jang because he's cold and having a horrible season. Han at 87, we'd love to let him have a rest day. Don't want to go to the left-hander. Don't want to go to Joe if we don't have a lead. Maybe we use him for the 12th. So we're going to warm up a guy with a 6.35 ERA. That's what we got. All right, Moon leading things off. Here's your 2-1. And there's a base hit. So Moon leads things off with a hit. We'll park it at first base. Now we have Jung and then Park. We do have another catcher though, so if we did decide to hit for Park, because Park 126 batting average is not exactly a big threat. Do we want to bunt? I think we're going to bunt. I think we are. We're going to bunt. Gets it down nicely. Go to first. They get him. Sacrifice works. So go ahead run now. Moon is on second base. Still trying to figure out why the dugout say out of the park 23. All right, so we have a better option on the bench. Maybe Kim, sorry. Not really. Che's a left. Oh, yeah. There we go. Inho Che. Yeah, what am I thinking? I should have hit this guy a long time ago. He should have been the pinch hitter last time. That's what I mean. These sim games, and they just like take players in and out of the lineup sometimes. Drives me crazy. So Che steps in. 366 is the batting average. 413. That's 290 at bats. So this guy's normally in my lineup. He'll face So. Let's see if they pitch to him. Nope. They walk him. That'll bring Ha to the plate. So that'll flip over the lineup. So now Ha up there. He's 0 for 4, but he did have a sacrifice fly. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him looking. He's 0 for 5 with a sacrifice. On steps to the plate. He's 1 for 5. Oh, I think it was Che. I was going to say, didn't he get hit by a pitch? But I think Che got hit by the pitch. So, here we go. 2 men on, 2 outs. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball. That's going to squirt through past the second baseman. I don't know that it'll squirt. Here he comes to the plate. 2-1. They throw down the third. They get the runner at third, but the run scores. So give On his 35th RBI of the season. Maybe keeping his name in the lineup for the next one. By putting them up 2-1. Now the problem here is I didn't have Joe throw. Okay. So we're going to have to go to Lee at his 6.35 ERA. Because I screwed that up. All right. They need to get a catcher in the ball game. So what's better? So it's let's see, 5, 6, and 7 for them. So some serious bats. And try to extend Han. Because Lee is just not great. Although I don't know that Han is really any better. The results have been better this year, but here we go. 3-2 pitch. Walked him. Mound visit. Okay. Hopefully it's not too late. All right, so we'll sit him down. Joe comes into this ball game. There's a runner on. Let's see, Huang, that's third baseman, 309, steps in, 0 for 3 today. Joe comes into this ball game, 6 and 3, 209 earned run average. Yeah, 209 is the earned run average. We've got a runner on because I didn't have him throwing. 17 saves in the season. There's a fly ball into left on the run, making the catch. Lee's got it. There's your first out. That'll hold the runner at first base. Now Bay, the center fielder, steps in. He's 1 for 4. And Joe's 2-2 to him. Ground back up the middle. That's going to squirt through. And that'll be runners on first and second with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 11th. Kim, the pinch hitter, steps in. 218 is his average. Here's your 2-1. Will pop up. Skips behind second, makes the catch. There's 2 down. So Hanwha is an out away from breaking this 9-game losing streak. Really stealing one here from KT. Here's your 1-2 pitch. Joe gets him on strikes. So losing streak ends at 9. We'll see where this win puts us in the standings. Take a quick look at the box score. Oh, man. Went through the entire pitching. What do we have, like, how many players do we have? 30? 30? Do we have a ton of players? Like, how did we go through that many pitchers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got through 7 pitchers in that ball game. Got the win. Lipschutz is your player of the game, though. How does Rue not beat him? I mean, 6 1/3 shutout as opposed to 1 run over 7. Whatever. Who cares? We get the win. Offensively, nothing to write home about for either team. I mean, there's hits there. There's 10 hits for KT, 9 hits for Hanwha, but just nobody coming through with a big hit until who was it? Who got the hit? On got the hit. They ended up winning the ball game. But yeah, big win. Maybe break some momentum. Not a game where I'd say we've turned a corner. But let's advance the day. Noah's still listed as 1 to 2 weeks. We really need him back in the lineup. Hope that sprained knee heals quickly. So 53 and 54 is where that puts us. 1 game under 500. Don't worry about that 14.5. We're never going to catch LG anyway. What we really need to be worried about is 4th and 5th. So we're really 4 games behind KT. So that was a very important win. With a month to go, will we see them again? No, that was our last meeting. So yeah, that was an important win. I mean, the first 2 losses were important as well, but to break that streak, look at that thing, 9 games right there. It's unbelievable. As I said when we started, the 19th, we were looking good, and then everything just came apart there for a while. So Rue does a great job coming back, making a solid start. We go play Kia next. Tigers are really good. It'll be a tough series to keep the momentum going, but that's who you got. So you got to go beat them, and you can't fall. We can't fall any further back. Half game behind Samsung, but that doesn't really mean anything because it's the 5th spot that you need to get into the playoffs. And as I said, we ideally want to be here in the 4th spot. We got to start playing a lot better baseball, though. So the bats are not good. We can't afford to wait for No to get back. Somebody's got to pick it up. Somebody's got to get hot. Melendez had been doing a great job there. I also got to rework this batting order. Here's our batting order against right-handers. But yeah, we're going to have to get Che out of that 3rd spot. This is why you can't, compared to what I have offensively, like I can't sit this guy, can I? I mean, maybe I can. Maybe it's time to sit him against right-handers. And looking here at, I don't like this screen. I really don't, because it's like, I wish there was a way, like if you're in one lineup, then you're highlighted green, and I'm looking for options to bring in. But when we're looking at this, who was I looking for? I don't even know who I was looking for. Oh, here we go. Was it Kim? Kim and Inho Che. There we go. Oh, right. I'm looking in the wrong side. That was my mistake. But Che's already in the lineup, but he's just 24. We should be playing this guy as much as possible. We'll see if he develops, but he's already in the lineup. So there's got to be some way, somebody that can get us going. But all things considered, I just think he's your best guy. Plus, you're paying him $1.5 million a year. That's big money in the KBO. It's good money. I'd take it. But yeah, that lineup isn't working. The lineup against lefties didn't work. Che can't be hitting 3rd. We got to drop him again. It's a matter of who. It's 3rd. Maybe. I don't know. Got to give that some thought. What's our message? Oh, preview of the Tigers. Number 2 team in the league. And there you see they're led by Matt Smith and Mike Shermer on the rotation. Jung is a really good closer. Kim is a great third baseman, just 20 years old. Look at this guy. Just 20 years old. What's his like stuff compared to the majors? Like I don't know if this is a real, like I imagine this dude is somebody this good's probably an actual player. It's not think you would get this guy right if he's really this good. But if this is right, man, this guy should be considering a trip to the majors. Of course, that's my head scout, and the rest of the league says this. So, but I don't know. That's still pretty darn good. So, all right. Well, let's see. What do we got out? What else do we got to do today? I think that's it. I don't think we have time to do another game today. I don't want to try to squeeze it through. Plus, we wanted to get that Ruse start, because I thought that could be a pivotal start. We get the win. Maybe we get things turned in the other direction. Actually, why not? Let's see what we can do here. We'll move this season up a little bit. We're gonna play more games. Not necessarily all in live streams, but or even in YouTube videos in general. But yeah, so let's advance. We'll go up to the 5th. Actually, before we do that, let's fix this lineup. Let's flip those two. Oh, but that's 3 lefties right in a row. So switch that. And against lefties, let's move Kim up against lefties. Let's see how he does up there. Get Melendez 3rd. This is exciting, right? I just don't think these guys are good enough to move up. Well, maybe Lee. I mean, what's he going to do worse? Why not, right? Let's do that. See what that does. Nope. All right. Send him to the minors. And how far did we get? I don't think we got very far. All right, we got back-to-back wins. Here we go. There's a loss. We start the month 2 wins, and then we drop 2. All right. Get us past our day off. All right, so we got an injury to deal with. Oh, they put him on a oops. I didn't mean to put him on a rehab assignment. All right, so Kim's hurt. That hurts, because honestly, he's one of our better bats with no out. I mean, 263, but there's not much down past 6th in our lineup. So, all right, so those 2 losses drop us right back down. Although we are still 4, we're still a half game behind the Landers. Now 2 behind the Lions, but I think we're the same as we were with KT. So, and who's next? Samsung is next. So that's a big series. Oh, man. All right. How much time do we have? Oh, it's almost 3 o'clock. I can't start now. It'll take too long to get through that. If that thing would go extra innings or something, I'd have to cut it off. I wouldn't want to do that. So, but that's a big series we got coming up there. What we'll do is we'll play that later on today. We'll record it and we'll post that up to the YouTube series. We'll have the Samsung series because that's pretty big. That is that's our chance to right the ship and get that 5th spot back. We're 2 games between us. We got 3 games head to head. So if we take 2 out of 3, we'll be a game back. That's what we need. And where are we at? No is now 5 days away. So that'll put him back sometime next week. And we'll get LG there. Boy, how much do we play them? It feels like we're playing them in Kia all the time. All right, but that's that. All right, that's it. That's what we're gonna call it today for our KBO coverage. We got the win with Hanwha start. We win 2 in a row. Then we dropped 2 games. So we're kind of right back where we started at the beginning of the day, but we did break that 9-game losing streak, win 2 in a row, now lose 2 in a row. So up and down. We can see the light though. No is 5 days away. Get him back in the lineup. That'll help a lot. Although we did just lose Tae-young Kim, who's been an important player for us as well. So injuries keep smacking us. We don't have a lot of depth, so it's really, really hard to overcome those injuries. So yeah, that's where we're at. Just, trying to hang in there. We're going to try to fight our way back into that 5th spot. Next episode will be this series against the Samsung Lions. We'll have Castaneda, we'll have Rue, and we have Vera going in that series. So we've got our 3 best starters going against Samsung. So can't ask for more than that. We won't have No back yet, but we'll have to work out the lineup here also with Tae-young Kim hurt. We'll have to figure out who's playing in his spot. So we'll take care of that offline, get the team set up. So episode following this one will be that Samsung series, which will be very, very big in deciding whether or not we're in this thing or we're out of this thing for the last month of the season. Are we playing some games? Are we doing a lot of simulating for the next month? Getting ready for next year. Maybe we're building a stadium. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. If you're watching this on the stream, please hit us up with a follow. We appreciate that. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe if you feel like you want to do that for us. Please help us out with the likes. Subscriptions helps grow a new channel that we're trying to expand in some other things. So appreciate that. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you tomorrow.